Bugatti cars achieved record. Bugatti vehicles have always been exclusive. But as their age increases, so does their value, as shown by an analysis carried out by Classic Analytics, a company specializing in international market analysis and valuation of classic cars worldwide. Bugattis from the Ettore and Jean Bugatti era, especially in their original condition and with a history of racing, have always been among the most expensive classic cars on the market. This trend has held steady and in fact, even increased despite the general decline in interest in pre-war vehicles, says Frank Wilkie, Managing Director of Classic Analytics. Classic Analytics belongs to the Hagerty Group, the largest classic car service provider in the USA. The top 10 ranking is based on an internal auction database in which all international classic car auctions over the course of a year are observed and evaluated. The current situation has certainly brought about a change in the auction market, from face-to-face to online auctions. But prices for exclusive, classic vehicles remain stable at a high level, says Frank Wilkie. Every historic Bugatti vehicle is unique. Those built between 1920 and the end of the 1930s set standards in both performance and design. But this year's auctioned vehicles were particularly outstanding in terms of history and originality, Wilkie explains. This year certainly presented challenges, but it opened the door for Gooding & Company to create new opportunities to maintain our connection with our automotive community and enthusiasts around the world, says David Gooding, Gooding & Company president and founder. We held our first ever UK sale which set many new records that include selling the most expensive Bugatti at public auction and selling the top 2 most valuable lots of 2020, the 1934 Bugatti Type 59 Sports and the 1937 Bugatti Type 57S Atalanta. We were honored and extremely proud to have been entrusted with these exceptional and historic Molscium masterpieces, said James Knight, chairman of Bonham's Group. Both represented superb Type 55S, one a special coach-built convertible by Figoni, the other the iconic artistry of the Jean Bugatti Super Sport Roadster. As one would expect, both cars attracted multiple bidders. Not surprisingly, the Bugattis won the accolade as the most valuable motorcars sold at their respective auctions. And both also achieved the highest results at auction during Paris Retromobile 2020 and the 2020 Amelia Car Week respectively. A 1934 Bugatti Type 59 Sports with the chassis number 57248 was auctioned for $12,681 million at Gooding & Company in London in September 2020. This makes it one of the most expensive Bugattis ever to come under the hammer at a public auction. The Bugatti Type 59 Sports was created as a racing car for the Bugatti Grand Prix factory team and won the Belgian Grand Prix at Spa, later finishing third in the Monaco Grand Prix. Some of the most famous and successful Bugatti racing drivers were at the wheel of this car, including Robert Benoist, Louis Chiron, René Dreyfus, Achille Varzi and Jean-Pierre Wamil. After the successful racing season, Bugatti converted the Type 59 into a sports car. King Leopold of Belgium purchased it in 1937. The vehicle remains in its original, unrestored condition to this day. It is powered by an 8-cylinder inline engine with a capacity of 3.3 liters and a supercharger. The power output was around 250 PS. Other engine variants reached up to 380 PS in the Type 59, which was built until 1936. A sum of €10.44 million was paid by the buyer of a rare and highly desirable 1937 Type 57S Atalanta with the chassis number 57502 at the Gooding & Company auction in London. It is a genuinely distinctive model that was purchased by British racing driver and Bugatti enthusiast Earl Howe in 1937. The Bugatti Type 57S Atalanta is one of only 17 cars that Jean Bugatti fitted with his sensational Atalanta body. The power unit is a turbocharged 3.3-liter 8-cylinder engine that delivers an output of up to 175 PS in the Type 57S. A 1932 Bugatti Type 55 Super Sport Roadster with a factory body designed by Jean Bugatti fetched $7.1 million at Bonham's Amelia Island auction in March 2020. Bugatti produced a total of just 38 Type 55 Super Sport chassis up until 1935. 11 of the 14 roadster-bodied vehicles built by Jean Bugatti are still in existence today. Victor Rothschild, later the third Baron Rothschild, purchased the Type 55 as a new car and kept it in his collection for many decades. In 1985, Boston professor Dean S. Edmonds Jr. acquired this Bugatti.